And we are streaming. Hello and welcome to Tars Confusion for the 11th of February 2022. We have 4 people currently queued up for a match, so I'm going to get that started right away without further ado. Aegon, Prospero, Starfall, myself, let's go. Oh dear. Also, just to leave it concerns, I will be updating the league table after this. I'll also, if I remember, do it session by session. So basically, you'll have 3 updates from the last couple of weeks or however long it's been. So you'll know exactly how the progression has gone. In my case, I've gone mostly steady with a slight dip at the end of my 3 because I went third, and 2 last time. But anyway, indeed, nostalgia train, and we'll see if we've got any better, at least from your perspective, I guess. This is a decent enough start. Tudor options. And that's certainly an improvement. We'll get rid of red in this case. Probably will end up getting rid of the west, but for the moment we can get rid of 9, potentially be into a west or a 2. If we drew a second, which we did. So pretty ideal start here. So we got a double 6 to potentially call the 6 as well, but that does call the 5 so probably not the most optimal of things to do, but options. Ooh. Okay, more options. Does mean we're less likely to call the west now, but we'll see. Okay, Dora East. Let's see. We have to know early. You know it's Aegon. And while we did have the option to call that, cutting the wests not most ideal, given that we're unlikely to get to Tanya with the sequences, at least not get lucky on both sides anyway. Uh, 7-7. This allows us to take the west in, I suppose. Okay, do so. 7-7-8 is a marginal upgrade on the 2-2, so we'll go with that. We can always use west as our pair. Won't get pinned through, but reach 2 is absolutely fine in this position. Fours and 7s are both rapidly disappearing, which is a little annoying. Still. Can't have everything. So people are determined not to play west. Starfall, stop playing my winners. Okay, that'll do for a sequence. So we got the alternate route now in 4-7, ideally for a 3-sided weight. We can just go reach and Dora 2. Again, all the 4s and 7s are gone, so it's going to be a 4-7 weight. You'd imagine. We could still call west, technically, but... But this late into the game, we do have to be aware of what Aegon's up to. Is this greed? Yeah, gonna bypass it. Gives us 2 safe tiles ultimately, so 7 safe to Starfall. And this is why we hold 2 safe tiles occasionally. Yeah, a little annoying, but there's bigger hands up there. Prospero is dealing into a Mangan here. Starfall takes the win. Yeah, Starfall have been discarding what they drew for quite a while, so deal a Mangan. And I think we got out of that at the correct time. Just a little disappointing because that was a good starting hand. This is a better starting hand in truth, but we'll see. So, Living the Dream, Junchan. Oh, this is a double Dora, so we're probably not Junchanning this. We got a double Dora 5-so in hand, so we'll try to make something of that. If we draw a 2-man, we have Reach on the 5 already. We might still go for this. I mean, Reach Junshan is Mangan. But any hand where we have 2 Dora and Reach is probably going to get to Mangan as well, but... yeah, I prefer the pair weight in this position. So this is Reach Dora free, Mangan. Again, better ways were available, but the low Mansu are getting a bit isolated, so that might help a 1 come out of somebody. Starfall playing safe where they can. Obviously still hasn't given up, but that's 2-2, so... yeah. Low Mansu is not necessarily what you'd put me on with this hand, but... it's an early reach, so I could be literally on anything. If somebody is silly enough to play Adora into this, well... we'll see. Starfall is going to attack and deal in.
No.
So Reach Dora-san. And we will take our 8,000 and we will re-equalize the game. At least from our perspective, nothing else. But yeah, he read the low Mansu as... oh, this is extremely good. Alright. Dora Seat Wind. And a fast start. Need to close one of these 2 off quickly, but if we get free fin or 7 so early, this is pretty ideal. Who wants a white? Oh, Starfall wants a quick aggressive hand, so fine. We can live with that. Yep, he knew it and he still played it. Again, we're getting risky tiles out of the way early here, but we do need to be aware of what Starfall's up to. It's probably going to be a pins Honitsu, or something easy and quick that you can get to. Just a quick can to move the game on, but we have to be aware of worst case. And a 6 passing with no effort is either a Tenpai indicator or it's an indicator that it's not quite what it looks like there. That's fine. It's one of those things where I do speak the English terminology to some of it, but I more consistently go to Japanese these days. Largely because it's what most people talk about in the chat, so therefore it makes sense for me to use that. But if you ever need me to clarify a concept, just let me know and I can do so. So red's safe, and that's ultimately why we're kind of holding on to it at this stage, since we can discard it into Starfall if we need to. If we draw a free pin, we've potentially got ourselves a free-sided pairweight, although we would need the south for that as well. Would be awkward. Pegs get discarded. Okay, so it is Toy Toy. So I'm thinking he's got Toy Toy south at this point.
Pong.
He doesn't. But, okay. Threat has been made. And if you know it's a Toy Toy, you discard what's on the table. Clearly he wasn't well, actually, no. For some reason I read those as 8s. No, wrong 8s. 8 pins, 6 man. Read that wrong there. Still, I imagine he was a little concerned with the Mahjong I was showing at that point. But hey, he's navigated it, so he's now still in threat range. He's also calling absolutely everything that's getting discarded at this point, which is his prerogative. Here, I think we might be forcing the East only or the... Yeah, I was about to say, if he calls that as well. Yeah, so I think we're looking at a Tanyo here, or an all simples. But if we do draw the extra East, then that's 2 Han there, and we can potentially get back to Mahjong. Yeah, Toy Toy or Honitsu then. Could be Chanter, I suppose, given he's played 3 middle tiles, but I think he's more likely going to be Sozu Honitsu. He's adding value to the board while he's in the lead, so thanks for that. The worst thing about that is I guess it kind of limits what we can do. We've also been overcalled, which again limits what we can do. But it's identified his hand, unfortunately. If it is Toy Toy, it's just that, Toy Toy, but...
Pong.
Yeah, we're going to counterplay this, largely because I don't have a lot of options if I don't, so... East is a problem, because that's his alternate route in. And if you make aggressive calls like that at the very start of the game, you are likely, though not definitely, going to be have some safety valve on it. That being said, he could have just called for fun. Yeah, this might have been a call. This might have been a call for nothing, but we still need to see if we can progress a little bit here. Hatsu's safe. That is a great draw. Let's risk a sandpin. So that brings us half a step closer to just taking a Tanyo here. Tanyo Dora would be absolutely fine as an escape. What I really could do with is somebody risking an East. But the more I think about this, the more I'm thinking Starfall has them. Okay, second Dora played. Sorry. Yeah, it's not that valuable though. I mean, I'm annoyed that I dealt into that because it was avoidable, but, you know, had to navigate. So 12k down, not the end of the world. And within tolerances. If you can deal into a cheap hand and just move things along, it's fine. Would have preferred not to, but it was better than the alternative, him being on a massive hand and the Sozu's dealing in. Still. He's playing cheeky attack for bad hands at this point, as far as I can work out. Because he didn't have a backup for that one. Meanwhile, we might be in a position where we're discarding our Dora here. Which, if we're going to do it, we need to do it early. Ideally, though, we want to draw a 2-man or something. That'll do. We've exchanged a 1 for Dora. And we're now Ishan-10 for Riichi Pinfu, Dora. Riichi Pinfu 1 would be absolutely fine here. Triplet of a 7s, you say? I think we prefer the double 2-sided weight here, so we'll play 7-pin. Potentially play another one here. The triplet doesn't do anything apart from slightly devalue the hand, so... Seven is potentially still useful. If we do a 6 here, we could potentially get rid of the 1, maybe move ourselves into a potentially Tanyo pure hand, but no, we discarded 2 Dora here. Yeah, you can complain at discarding a triplet, but I think discarding 2 pairs, one of which being a Dora pair, is probably worse. Dora-san in the pool. Also, all my 6-pins are disappearing. Hatsu, 1 played. It should be fine for final tile here, but we need to draw a 9 here. Otherwise, we're going to have to change that weight up, and that 7s was probably a better idea. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't have got rid of that second 7, because actually we don't have a pair at this point. This is me misreading things. Still. Yeah, for some reason I registered as me as having a pair because I just saw this and I've gone with it. But actually, second 7 was this mistake. Should have got rid of the 8. Oh well. Recovered now. Now we're Ishan-10 for a Pinfu. And possibly Ipeiko, which will take us to potentially Tanyo. So potentially Tan, Pin, Ipeiko, Dora. Not going to do it just yet, though, because I think it's still better for us to potentially do this. Well, we got the option of a pair weight here. Honestly, with 1 being safe to 2 players, 1 2-pin left.
Riichi.
Well, we'll take the shot. Late reach, 2-5. Hopefully we'll get the folds and take the draw, if nothing else. But reach Pinfu 1 with the possible Ipeiko. Live white. Nope, somebody's going to use that for safety. Yep, Prospero. Does Starfall have a hand? Is that what he's debating here? Well, that is a safe tile to me, so... potentially a force, but he might just be trying to stay in Tenpai with safe tiles, which is his prerogative. Okay, so it's just a 2 or a 5-pin out of either Prospero or Starfall, or we'll just take the draw. And we'll take the draw. So that's a fold.
Tenpai.
Yep. 2-5 Pinfu, take the draw, 3,000, and we move ourselves to a gap of 9k. And it's Starfall's dealer turn. So, important that we clear him here if we can. That is a lot of Dora. We'll play East. Wonder if we just flat out try and force a Tanyo here. Oh, okay, maybe not. If we can get red, then we're in business with this hand. But if we can't, then we shall see. But Starfall, of course, is going to call in his dealer turn. I'm just hoping that because we got free Dora showing, it's a low value hand. Okay, Sanzo become our pair. Now it's just a case, can we get the 7? 7 pin, yeah, 7 pin's the easiest way for us to hit anything off of this. We might be able to get a 9 off of Aegon at some stage. 9 man, might be able to get a 2 man off of him as well, since one was played very early on, but... But even irrespective of that, I'm going to actually position and get rid of the 4-3 first, because I think the other 2 are more likely. 4-7 then. 7 was the tile I called with, and nobody is in Tenpai for the tile they just called with. So 4-7 for Chun and 2. Chun and 3, rather. Well, Starfall does look as if he might be on something, but not just yet.
No.
And we'll take a Mungan. Yeah, 2 calls. Likely they are Tenpai, but we navigated Starfall's dealer turn, so his best opportunity to earn points is out the way. Now it's just a case of, can we close out the game? Maybe. Hatsu. There is a possible Itsu here. We'll see. Honitsu might be quicker. Honitsu might actually be the forced Honitsu might actually be the better play, so we'll see. If West was our bonus wind here, then I'd be much happier, but you can't have everything. And we might still go Chitoi with this, depending. Could also go for an open Itsu as well, if the right tiles did top up. Right, that is leading us into the Chitoi position here. So, 4 pairs. We could still, of course, go for the Honitsu here as well here. We got 2 safe tiles, so 2 safe tiles to get the Honitsu isn't the worst. Especially given if we try to make this Chitoi, it's going to be awkward. Okay. Honitsu it is. If an 8 or a 3 gets played here, we have Riichi, Honitsu, Ipeiko. But we probably wouldn't reach with this now. But we would definitely call it if a 3 came up now. It is a safe tile too, Starfall. How much do I care about this? Let's play 7. Yeah, the 6 pin's far more likely to be dealing in my opinion. So. Yeah, not unexpected. I feel that given what our hand was, we had to try that, but I'm not, honestly, I can't complain about the results about it. Still, we got a dealer turn, and we just need to get Among ourselves, and we're back in it. So, let's see what we can do. This isn't a great hand for this, but there's options. If we get the free early, if we get either side of this done early, we'll see. Chanter is possible. We could try and do an early force to Chanter. If we draw a pair of Souths, we're in a much better shape, but... yeah, I'll follow up with South here at this point. Yeah, honestly, it's going to be tricky. Especially as we still haven't drawn a free man yet. Honestly, just any tempi will do at this point of the game. But free man is very helpful if we could get it. So that's our pair established as well. So that makes that step a little easier. Forso is probably... well, Forso is the most optimal draw for getting that sequence set up. 7 doesn't really change the facts with that, so we can get rid of the 8 in this position and give ourselves at least a chance of drawing a pair of reds. But yeah, if we don't pull off a win here, we're not going to do much more than just finishing second. So there's one. So East Shanten achieved. So we can reach on the free man, which has now been played 2 in succession at this point, which is a little annoying. But 8 man is a deal in. And it's a big hand. Okay. So we potentially have a battle for second on our hands, but also that's Hanneman. So that undoes all of the advantage that Starfield had over us. This now is the last hand where we don't need a big hand to get past. We need 4k. So free Han is all I need to actually overtake. But I now have a real risk of losing to Prospero. So at this stage, the fact I've got a Dora and the fact I've got an easy progression, or at least easy route to get something, is good. I don't know if we've got any way of getting any more than just the Reach and 1 here, but Reach 1 Sumo would get enough points to overhaul and take the lead. That is kind of what I've got to go for now. And hope that Prospero isn't able to put something together in the last hand. That's okay. If we get rid of both the 9s, there's a potential that we could go to Tanya here. Yeah, but I might need one more. Also, wait. Oi. Chat are allowed to read my hand, Yubi. Chat are allowed to read that. Yeah. Yeah, I need 4, so I do need a little more than that. So draw 4, drop 8, draw another sequence there. Potentially be waiting on this side of things would be awesome. Yeah, there's a marginal improvement where I get a 9 there, but ultimately that doesn't massively help us in this position, so we can play the 8 and have the safer 1 man for later in the game. Yeah, Dora 2 puts us there. Yeah, Starfall needs anything. I need a free Han hand, or at least free Han sumo. 2 Han hand sumo, I mean. Red's fine. Let's keep that going for the moment. Okay, that's double run established. So now we're Ishanten for 2-4-5, hopefully. Just need that 4-7 pin. That, of course, will do. So, Dora 2, we now have this. And if we get one more rotation, we can even have this open. And that would be pretty ideal for us. Okay, we can now open Tanyo this with 2, and we'd have enough points to overhaul if we got the win. So we can call a 5 pin. We can call a 7 pin, we can call a 4 pin, we can call a 5 so, 2 so. All up.
Riichi.
I don't need it, but I might as well announce to the table. There's really no reason not to. So 2, 4, 5. Ipatsu.
No.
Didn't need the points, but we got them anyway. So that is Riichi, Ipatsu, Tanyo, Dora Dora, Mangan, and Gyakuten, and Starfall falls to 3rd. GG. That makes up for the Mangan I gave away. To be fair, if I just go back 2 hands here, assert dominance, win harder. I mean, there wasn't anything I was going to change for, so no reason not to. But if we just view the log of that one before I go set up the next one. Where were we? East. Yeah, so this is the... This is where it was pretty much an even game. I wasn't in my dealer turn yet, so obviously had this to consider. And I basically got to this kind of position. I was able to even dodge that initially, or at least identify the 6 pin as the likely tile that was going to deal in with. But given what I had, given what I knew, and drawing that, greed definitely took over there. I could have played 9 and tried to go around it, in truth, looking at this back from here. But I saw massive win more hand. I had a dealer turn left. Figured what was the harm in trying. Anyway, so that was my major deal in, which caused obviously the frenetic try and win at the end. But yep, I'd like to enter my server, please. Thank you. Thank you, please. Okay, we currently have 5 people queued up. Jesper is new, Mono and Lily are new. However, yeah. Okay. However, if I put all 3 of them in the same game, this is going to lead to a situation where they're just going to play themselves and we're going to have the same game as last time. So I may have to do a roll-off here because we are exactly at 7, unless there is one more player waiting. And if there's one more player waiting, then please join us. We have 8 online, but I know that doesn't mean 8 online. Come on, you would like to play some Mahjong with us? I even have dice for proper randomization now, actually, but I'm fine, Egan, in spite of the fun. Indeed. What does it mean if it's not 8 online? Well, basically, there's 8 people in the lobby, but only 6 people queued up. One of those, of course, is me, because I think it includes me as a number. So technically we have 7 once I'm queued up here, but I only have 6 names. So there's one person who's just hanging out in the lobby and doesn't ever play with us. And that person, unfortunately, is disappointing us right now. Worst comes to it, I'll start a game off, but I may just have to randomly roll for it at this stage and probably do an observation round. But I'd like to get 2 games started off if we could. Let's just see if there's anybody hanging out in the Discord we can bother. Asleep for Moo, wait for Mahjong. I don't want to play Mahjong, but I 100% not be... Okay. Cairo doesn't want to play. He's literally announced as such. I'd solve your problem, but I'm eating. Alright, fair enough. Alright, I'm going to start a game off. Then I'm just going to randomly roll it. I've got a d6, which looks like a d12. Don't worry about it. So, position 1, which is Jesper. Position 3, which is Prospero. I then need to find my d4 because we might as well go down the order of dice here. Position 4, which is Starfall, and then a d3. Position 2, which is Mono. So, Aegon, Lily, and myself will play with whoever joins us next. But in the meantime, good luck to you four. And if we don't get a game started up in the next 5 minutes, I will do some observation. In the meantime, I might actually just sort myself out a drink and just check on the cats, so bear with. Okay, unmute. So, I still have 3 minutes before I can actually observe anything, so I guess I might as well just go back through the log and just do some quick checking, since we're still down a player. Also, that's my first win for absolutely forever, it feels like. So, where were we then? So, Starfall Sumo in East 1. We then had Starfall dealing into me in... Actually, a lot of these hands were me and Starfall dealing big hands to each other by the look of it. Let's have a look at the Starfall incident. So I got into a really early tempi here with that, and ended up on the 1-5 pairweight. I obviously had options going for the 2-man as well, but do I start Mario Kart Run while waiting? I mean, you could. You could. And then, obviously, I was dealt into about 4 turns later, and I assume it's because he progressed. Although, in fairness, Starfall was really unfortunate here. He had both my winners at this point. As loose tiles as well. And... yeah, just not... drew the 1-so, which obviously progresses. He's now got Chitoy. And then he has to get rid of one of his loose tiles and deals in with that. So that was... I mean, against an early reach, I could be on just about anything. It was just unfortunate that I had the exact 2 loose tiles in his hand as my winners. Let's see. We had a small deal in here for Starfall. Let's just go to turn 9 here. So again, this is an early called Toy, and generally speaking, with the threat of the Honitsu up, which admittingly even kind of here was contemplating as a false dawn. I assumed actually he had a bonus tile, which is why I was holding East for so long, really. I assumed he was on East Toy or East Honitsu with backup options here. And I just run out of tiles, draw that usefully. Don't want to get rid of the East because I don't want to give value. Just unfortunate that Prosper had the pair rather than him, but I can deal with dealing into a cheap toy if that kind of thing happens. It's not the most expensive hand in the world if it's open without anything else to back it up. But yeah, that was the deal-in. Aegon dealt into me for a Mungan here. I think this is more unfortunate on his end, really, because I just got the early call here. So Chunum won, and then eventually drew that for Tenpai, waiting on the same tile as I've already discarded, which is always a nice thing to do because people seem to have a blind spot for that at times. So Starfall's still trying to build a little bit of a bluff, White Dragon only, but again, he's dealer, so he's just trying to force it, and yeah, still a loose tile. He's got a couple of other things he could get rid of here, West or Green, but if he thinks I'm on a Honitsu, even if he thinks he's on a Honitsu, those are the worst free tiles to get rid of at that position, I guess. So South 2 we've already kind of gone over because this is my Honitsu attempt. And then just towards the end here. So obviously the situation is a little weird with this one. So I need 4,000 points in some way, shape or form. I don't need, well, 4,000 points effectively for this. Starfall can win with anything and he's Tenpai, so yeah, that's fine. Can't win with a one-man, although most of those have been discarded anyway, so that's fine. He's on a 2-4 irregular. So he was faster there. We hit this, slowly get rid of our 9s, get an opportunity to get rid of that and give ourselves Tanyo. So we got Tanyo 2. Now I can take an open hand if a 5 gets played. And then I just get 3 perfect draws in a row and just, yeah, go for it. I could have obviously been silent here, but again, I wasn't going to change the hand up from this. Nothing was going to be better. And that's just an upgrade for value, which, again, didn't need, but equally, even getting rid of the 5 wouldn't have been better. Obviously not wanting to give up his position, because if he does pass, he will probably win. Or at least he has as much odds as I do with my weight, and yeah, that's the game. And a 37-4 for me. Okay. So, let's go and observe and see how this game is beginning. And yes, if you do want to play, please join us. Okay, so we start in the middle of East 1. And Starfall with the preemptive Riichi. On a free 6-pin on a board where he's not discarded any Pinsy tiles. Prospero has them all, and looks to be trying something Cheetoy-like. Also, Jesper needs that free 6 weight for his thing there, and Mono has one as well, and hits the pair weight Tenpai here, so 9-pin free so. Does decide to pursue. Jesper immediately draws risky tile, and I guess folds with the 9 or the 1 man here, depending. Yeah. 9 was safe to start for, 1 obviously he had a pair of, but it is a little unfortunate. 5 man is proven safe there. Prospero switching up. I think might have the last of the winners here. So, I mean, Jesper's continuing on. He's getting to a position where he might be able to counter here, but obviously it is a bit of an ask. If he's going in, I'd say 1 man, but there's no guarantee the 1 man's safe in this position. Still, he's got 2 safe tiles if it comes to it, and also he can move into Tanyo, which gives him a bit more flexibility. Starfall, obviously in reach, causes the deal-in, and Mono picks up a successful pursuit for 2,000 points. Okay. So, dealer repeat. So, double Dora in hand. A little disjointed, but not the worst. Jesper's hand looks abysmal. So, we'll see where Jesper... We'll come back to Jesper once he's sorted out his honours. Or his massed honours at this point. Prospero going for the early call with a disjointed hand. Bit of a bluff, but he might be able to press that as it goes on. Jesper doing exactly the same. So again, this puts pressure on the dealer. So it's not a call to nothing, it means the dealer's got to be more careful about what they're doing, and, you know, pressure is this weird thing. The person who looking best at this, though, is Starfall, but obviously he's now got 2 hands to worry about, because he can't ignore that. Also, Prospero's drawing well, which is always a good thing. Mono's drawing well as well, actually, come to that. But it does look as if he might have to discard that Dora, the way this is going. No, Jesper draws Dora 1. So West Dora 1 currently is what he's looking at here. Might be able to make that... No. I was thinking Chancer, but realistically with pair of 6s, you're not doing that. So Mono can call 5, 6, 7, 8 here to try and progress that way if he wanted to. Decides not to. Does play Vidora here, though. So... Ipeco Tarnpin. And he knows East is safe because 2 of them are out, so it's just a case of how the other hand's developing around him. Yeah, second bluff call really from Prospero here, but that does put pressure... Well, would have put pressure on them, but he's got a final safe discard. So he's now got Tarn, Pin, Ipeco, and 1. Sorry, not 2, 1. Tarn, Pin, Ipeco, 1. So no need to reach. He's got Mungan. Just in case where we can finish it. Prospero badly needs a pair. And Mono's going to stay silent on this one, so... I mean, even if he gets the low end of this, it's still Tarnpin, Dora, which, you know, is good enough. And he gets it. As dealer, that's fine. You could have reached for more value, but he's made sure... He basically 5-8 to secure his victory. He is the points leader at that point, although it's narrow. And it's been a reasonably successful dealer turn there. So he's up 12k, which is dealer Mungan. So now he's just got to get out of his dealer turn without losing a lot of ground. Starfall has got the double Yakuhai and Dora start. Jesper's hand looks significantly better than the last one, but still has a lot of honors. We'll check back in a little bit, see if he can clean that up. Prosperous hand looks reasonable as well. So a few fast hands here. And it looks like... I don't know if Jesper would go for a Honitsu here, but it might be on my mind, depending on how the draws go. So both sides of Mono's isolated 3 have been discarded by Prospero. Possible Itsu Kai coming, maybe. Rainbow Road left. Okay. Well, best of luck, sir. It's actually closed. Just realised I had Teams open in the background, so I could have been being bothered by work during all this time. Let's definitely kill that. Definitely do not want to be bothered by work. Okay, gives it a 9, so he's looking more towards possibly Chitoy here, actually. Than Itsu, which I guess makes sense. Jesper has progressed to what I believe is Ishanten. Should be Ishanten. Is Ishanten. But Starfalls picks up his double Yakuhai. Well, that's Tenpai for Jesper if he wants it. So get rid of the one. You have Tanyo, Pinfu, Peiko. Dora 1, Mangan. Even staying silent, you've got Tanyo, Pinfu, Peiko, and 1. So yeah, I mean, the reaching here, reaching 1 order gives you Hanneman is the only possible question on that one. And of course, it might not be Tanyo, of course. Oh, I hadn't noticed the for return. I would have got that eventually. I mean, there is a big red symbol showing it, but depends how much it would have put people off, I guess. Although, looking at the table, against 2 calls from Starfall, Starfall's invested regardless. Yes, Aegon has done his thing on Mario Kart. And he's done it without swearing at anybody. I'm assuming. Actually, I'm not assuming that at all. I know Mario Kart. It's a game you can only progress in by swearing. Yep, there we go. Okay, Mono Izzy Shanten has Tanyo. I mean, you could call this and just take... Yeah. So... Tanyo for a repeat. Let's also get rid of all of my random nonsense in the corner there. So 2-5 is not great given that all the 2s are gone. Most of the 5s are gone. And also that Jesper's secured his win. Ouch. Well, let's hope this game wraps up reasonably quickly then. It's a shame you couldn't pass it to me, so I could take ownership of the game while you were gone. That'd be a nice feature. Then you could blame me for all the points I lose. Ooh, that felt like a misclick from Mono there. Has my sympathies, that does happen. Prospero has a Yakuhai of his own wind. Obviously Yakuhai of his own wind. And looks fairly decent. Jesper's already Shanten for Chitoy. With one Dora in there already. I'd probably kept the 6. I'd probably kept the white over the 6 since one of them's out, at least until you know a bit more, but is it feasible to pause it? It is feasible to pause it when you need to. I could probably do that. Yeah, I can potentially pause it, although admitting that I'm going to have to stop watching and we don't have a second game that's currently going on, but we can do that. Okay, depends if you get manage this on the Ipatsu though. Of course, you get a Baiman off of this. I think you can live a couple of hands of no action. No Ipatsu. It's fine. I am happy to pause the game for you. Is Mono hard forcing Nageshi here? I mean, given his hand, it might not. Yeah, Mono is hard forcing Nageshi with this hand. Although, I guess both the reds were out, so he might have just been playing around that. Oh, still going. The impossible hand. And it is impossible, despite all evidence to the contrary. Alright, Jesper picks up the Chitoy win into his dealer turn. Okay, game is paused. You have 10 minutes, sir. And I'm going to have to hop out of this because I don't want to interfere with the game in progress. So, I need something to do for about 5-10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a ranked... What even room am I in? I'm going to do a ranked free-player East game. Alright, let's play Yakuman only Mahjong. Got to do this for about 10 minutes just because I can't observe the hand that's going on, and even when it does restart up, I've got to wait 5 minutes again. So, yeah, apologies. But it gives me time to basically work on Sanma, which I've not done in at least a year and a half. Other than, of course, the usual nonsense. Okay. Dora. Hello, Legius! Oh, we might be able to have a second game going on then. Which means I might just have to abandon this one in progress. We'll see.
Pay.
How many points can I give away rapidly here? Legius is here and we still have... and we still have Lily around, then we can actually get another game started. Well, do we get the double reach? No. Also, yes, this is East only, so it should only be 2 more hands. The way this works. We'll see, though. Possibility. Not quite. Go on, 4-6 spin. Oh, that's the boring way round.
Riichi.
I can't possibly see with this.
No.
Reaching 2. I'll take my points back, thank you. Okay, I just have to win this last hand and I win my first game of Sanma in a while. East only Sanma is the most ridiculous thing ever. I'm just going to say that now.
Pay. Pong.
Yeah, I am at this point. Any win will do as well, given the point differences. We can safety to that one. And we've got second safety. Can't the correct one. Can't 4-pin to send a message. No, I could win. I could genuinely win this game that I definitely don't care about. I definitely don't care about this. Well, I guess now I could.
Kan.
San Kansu!
Tsumo.
Okay. We didn't San Kansu, but we did win this. Rah. Well, that was a fun distraction for a few moments.
勝利とはリスクと10日交換で
Oh, and I nearly leveled up. All right, Lily's back. Okay, so we can get a game started. Okay, bear with. Tournament lobby followed. Go enter. So this is going to be myself, Aegon, Lily, and Legius, and there was much rejoicing. Rah. All right, let's begin. Also, I don't have a timestamp for that, but we'll see. Also, apologies for the other table. We will get that going as soon as we can. He's back. Okay, perfect. Right, restore. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game restored. Okay. Alright, let's see how this goes. So, Legius is the opening dealer. We are going to be last dealer in sequence. Let's go west to begin. Done it. So, after the highs of hitting a Hanneman hand in Sanma, we, with a possible San Kansu, rather, we have this hand. Which, to be fair, is not the worst, but it's a little awkward. Legius just doing a good job of culling that suit. Let's get rid of a 9-7 here. We know Legius is not interested in Pinsy tiles, so we'll get rid of those to start with. All else fails, safety to the dealer, safety to Vidora is always a reasonable thing. Although if we draw an Aldor 8-pin, it's a problem. Which was Vidora, but... Okay. We do have a potential backdoor into Chitoitsu here, but... But I think we're more likely to go with this side, just because it gives us different options. Of course, potentially 5-pin into discarding the 9s and going for Tanya. Or 5-so and discarding the 9s to go into Tanya, I suppose. Yeah, it isn't a definitely Chitoi hand at the moment, so we shall hold off. Okay, reach on the 5-so. If he plays a 5-so, I'm tempted to call it, but...
Chi.
It's definitely on the awkward side of things, but... There's a chance 5-so could be played if Lily plays safe, so we'll give that a go and see what happens. That, however, I think kills any chance of us progressing with this, because I think that's going to be too tricky to get around. Unless the 6-pin randomly becomes safe now, I think we're folding to Aegon now. Hatsu's fine. Seven being safe is interesting. So interesting, in fact, we're going to play it. 6-0 is our sort of safety valve card, but tile. But honestly, I don't think it's worth playing into Letius right now. 5-man safe to both. So I think we're just going to let Aegon have this draw at this point. I'd say 6-pin being safe would be awesome, but that is not what is happening, so... I'm back, ha 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 ha. Oh, Jasper, have you done something evil on your return? I've been sad at the same time. Oh dear.
Note.
Ooh. I might have to review that. Yeah, I mean, it's 2 Dora, so this is definitely a good hand. I just, oh, was there a chance to do more with that? Okay. East 1, round 1. We're having a look at that after this game. In the meantime, we're going to play red. And green. Okay, so 4 pairs. So we're probably looking to try and Chitoi here. Well, if they end around the same time, I might do an analysis round. We'll see. In the meantime, we're going to continue playing dragons. For as long as the game gives them to us at this stage. South. 1 south has been played, so that's probably fine here. Let's get 6-pin discarded. CG to the 9, so makes the most sense. Immediately draw another 6-pin, of course, but you know, that's the way it goes with Chitoi sometimes. Nice. Okay. So Ishanten, Chitoitsu. South, 1 out, so that's still potentially playable by people. Tuso versus 2-pin. We haven't played any Sozu yet, so given there's no difference at this stage, except that the 2 frees have been played, so the Tuso is more likely to be isolated. And that makes it a bit safer. 1-9 played. Okay, we'll follow up with this. So we do have other options at this stage, I guess. And it's always worth considering the upgrade. Ah, that's annoying. If it had gone the other way, we'd have been fine. That is also the path of going Chitoi. It looks like he might be going Honitsu here. We know 9's a safe discard to him. Two played. Yeah, we want to change this. Well, because there's only 1-9 left, we're going to change this to something more viable. But if the 9 does get played, we will just take the Chitoi. North. North, 1 played. That is perfect.
Riichi.
It is our wind, unfortunately, but it is still probably the best tile we could play in this position. 1 out. So just have to wait and see. But reach Chitoi Sumo to Urdura, and we have Hanuman. And he had my 2 winners as well, so that wasn't breaking up. But I can live with Honitsu only. That's just unfortunate with the way that crossed over. We had exactly each other's winners. Which, again, is the risk of Chitoya. Some would say it's a bad hand. It's not. But there is that consideration part of it. Anyway. So we have white and 1. Well, we don't have white and 1. We have a pair of whites and 1.
Pong.
Now we have white and 1. I don't know if we want to try and get the Sanshikyu here, because it's only worth an additional 1 at this stage. Honitsu seems unlikely since we got sequence and stuff in this end, so... hoping to get a 4-man, but... but failing that, we'll take what we can get. Nice. Okay, we have a chance at getting the Sanshikyu here, and also, well, it'd be a remote chance of getting to something like Chanta, but we'll see. Part of the issue is we don't have a pair yet. Having dropped 2. Overcalled, and that is quite bad because there's only one of those left now. So I don't know if we can really fight Aegon on this one. Well, our discards look fun.
Chi.
Yeah, we're going to have to stick with the 6-9, unfortunately, and hope that I can... oh, that's a good thing to know about. Carnage. Oh, that's bad. It's the best of a bad lot, but we're going to have to make another bad decision in a little bit. Oh, like double 2-pin. Oh, I'm just dead. At least it's Toy Toy. Alright, definitely playing the 7 into that. Four safe in all directions. I'm going to be amazed if we get out of this without dealing into somebody. Against 5 calls and a Khan.
Riichi.
I'm amazed we got out of that without going into anybody. Oh boy. We did not have good options with that. We were in, that was very much a bad place for us to be in. I mean, maybe Vidora would have been fine, but it just... Ugh. Troubling. Okay, this is not a great start. Let's go with a Tuso. So with these kind of hands, we're kind of looking to see if we can pair up any Honor Tiles and then possibly go for Chitoitsu again. 2 East, so we'll play ours. Because with the exception of dragons, these are good Chitoitsu tiles at this point. Honitsu wasn't necessarily an impossibility, but I think Chitoi is a better overall direction for this hand at the moment. Especially with that draw. Alright, they're both live, so live Honor Tiles makes sense. We'll cut the 9 here. So we're actually Ishanten already. So 9 west north. Definitely not interested in a 7 at this point.
Riichi.
We're going to reach on the 9 here. 1 was just played, and there wasn't an indicator on it, but north isn't our wind. It's going to be an incidental thing. Hopefully we draw it, because obviously it gives us the Honitsu chance, but if not, reach Chitoitsu. Reach Chitoi in something. And there's not a lot that the north would help with. Oh, Agen's got Dora free though. Well, if Agen's got a triplet in north, that's going to be really annoying. That'll be the second time that I've just synced up entirely with Agen's hand. Well, 2 calls. Agen has become 10th down at this point. Or at least he seems to have. If he's got the Tanyo or Toito with the Honitsu, that is a huge monster he's built up there. But we'll see. We're hoping there's just Norths in the pool that we can draw. Or that Lily gives us. Reach Chitoi Nomi. Not the highest of high value hands, but enough to put us into second. And to stop a Dora free nonsense thing happening. Right, deal turn. Agen is obsessed with his initial calls. I'm about to say, says calling twice. But no, we didn't call that second one, so that's fine. Okay, well, all 3 players have called against me, so this is going to be an exchange of points that hopefully doesn't involve me. Unfortunate, but this is the way Mahjong goes at times. At least in theory, these are all cheaper hands. I'm wondering if Chitoi is the play here. He probably isn't, but... But there are 2 now, so... So now we can potentially do some things. Thinking of a Chisoi would be quite interesting as well, I think.
Pom.
But let's go. Chisoi would have been quite interesting, but we're deciding to go aggressive here because other people have, and I feel this is going to be suicide running. Whichever way we do it, let's go. Again, would have loved to have called that, but no. Triplet of the Sanzo is gone. Well, we can call for Tempai if we need to, but we don't have a legal hand. We need one more pair, ideally. That'll do. Right, that is the one more pair we needed. Now we can sequence it as long as 9 and 7 both pass. Which is not a guarantee on this board. East is a safe tile, so we'll try and hold that for last if we can. So for last 9, we've got 2 8s in our hand. East Shanten. And that passed. Okay. I think we're clear. It's just how can we get 1 man, 8 man, 6 pin. 8 should be safe in 2 directions.
Can.
Red Dragon is not great right now. We have just hit Dora 6. Yep, no. I kind of figured that one, actually. I kind of figured that weirdness, but okay, I'm okay with that result. It was odd, but I don't think I could have played the dragon. I was always playing catch-up with that game as well, because they made calls immediately on that board, so, you know. Coming back later with a potential monster dealer hand? I don't know. Sometimes you can just do it after card and scare people off, apparently. I'm just happy it worked. Anyway. We have 2 Dora again. Not the dealer turn, unfortunately, this time. But the hand is not bad. 2 sequences and pair. And potential Yaku High. Unfortunately, somebody has got the run on us. And I do not have a safe tile against that. Now I do. There's a rule that's happened? I might, again, things to investigate, I guess. North shouldn't be what they're interested in, based on our hand at least. Ah. Cheap, but closed. I can live with that, although that does put me down to 4th. Not ideal. But given my hand value, it was worth an attempt at that. I also didn't have anything else that would have worked, so... Alright, South 1, 2 repeats on the board. Triple on draw. Ah, I knew that would finally happen. Has that pissed off somebody to quite an extent that we can now get head bump back on? As I say, all I wanted out of that rule, the triple Ron, was for, you know, somebody to get all of the rage about head bump out of the way in one specific burst. And now that it's happened, I feel vindicated in my decisions. Yep. Safety valve. You shouldn't have all been on a single weight for the same tile. So now the question becomes, do you want head bump back on? It's not coming on until next year at the very earliest, but... Head bump would have won the game. There we go. There's the answer. Ah, dear. It's fine. Currently, it looks as if we're on for the impossible hand, at least in terms of direction. I'll shuffle the tables up once this ends. Hopefully not too long, but... So, possible Sanshku here. Oh, okay. Hatsu Honitsu, and that is not where we want to be going. Unfortunate. Double Dora, no Yakihai. And we are in a position where we are going to need some things soon. We do have the last dealership, but... Honestly, the whole triple run draw is... not really. That is a thing, and it is worth being aware that that is a hand that does exist. But realistically, it's impossible, as I've mentioned many a time. It's not. There's enough people have shown me it. I know it's not. It's a meme at this point that I say it's impossible. But it is extremely unlikely to pay off. I think it's fair to say. Okay. Well, there's another hand where lots and lots of callings happened. Wish I could accept that. At this stage, we're probably going to Cheetoy, I think. Maybe. No, we're not. Hatsu's safe as a final discard, so we got that going for us. Could do with drawing a 7, so here actually. Red safe. Freeman's interesting. It's possible it extends us in that direction here, but... We can play 9 here. We're not going to be discarding that 5 so under any position, so there's no point in holding the 9 in that case. Okay, double sequence. 8 man. Alright, Ishanten. Fortunately, all the 4 men have disappeared, and we need at least one of those, I think. Well, actually, not guaranteed that we need at least one of those, but it's the most ideal tile for us to progress with. Now I wish I hadn't... Yeah, it ultimately didn't matter, but now I wish we hadn't discarded the 3, but ultimately that's how we were progressing. Okay. 1,000 points, that doesn't do a lot, but moves the game on. So, dealer turn. This is a horrible starting hand. Yeah, again, there's not much point in bluffing a Kokshi or anything with this. Cheeto is a possibility, though. I know I've only got 2 pairs, but it's still a possibility. We'll just get rid of the honor tiles and see where we are, I think, is the best route forward. And if we can Karn anything, we probably will be Karning things. Yeah, you don't always get that chance, unfortunately. That's why we had to do the 4 draw abortion there. Not going to call this. We're too far away from anything to do a force a hand at this stage. And Lily winning isn't the worst for us in terms of things. Probably will be cutting the 1 and the 9 if we can to get for Tanyo, but beyond that... Yeah, Tanyo, if we get to Tanyo 1, we're probably there, but... Okay. And of course we can... Well, no, we can't karma 2. 2's out. 3 pins out. We could potentially still count the 5 pin. Door 2.
Pong.
Alright, 3-6 Tenpai. So Tanyo 2 gives us at least some points going into the last hand. And the only thing we can count is the 5 pin if we drew it anyway, so yeah. Live North. Okay, so Agen's on double Yakuhai. If he's on Honitsu, it's probably Sozu, but he might not be. Either way,
No.
That's a deal in. So that well, no, it probably doesn't change its position actually because it's only 3-9. Close. All right, dealer turn. Any win gets us third. And we carry on. It's a fast starting hand. Unfortunately, it's not a calling hand, really, unless we do something weird. Yeah, we're not going to call that 2-man. Or the West. Yeah, we need to draw something connected to the 5, so we need to draw an 8-man, and then we can do stuff. Calling the 2 just puts us into a case where we have to then go for Tanya, and we're 4 away from that anyway, so we're much better off just going with the hand as it currently is. There we go. Half progression. Might end up reaching on the 5. If that happens, it was safe a couple of turns ago anyway, so I'm surprised Ledge just gave up a double Dora, but he is in the lead, so any speed is what matters to him. No, I'd rather use Tetsuya powers and just start freestyle drawing. Now, though, we have Tanya as a possibility. We can get a 4-pin out of Lily. Or as long as anything bar a 1-pin, I suppose, is really it. Tusei does not help. Alright, we're getting rid of West now because 7 gives us the possibility of a Sanchiku. And while we're not looking to necessarily upgrade the value of the hand, we'd be foolish not to at least consider it as an option. Because that would also allow us to wait on the 1-pin if it came to that. But, whatever way around, we do need to actually progress this hand. Otherwise, we are going to lose.
Chi.
And therefore, we go for that. We have Tenpai if that passes. Yeah. Didn't have a choice in that. Unfortunately, it's a Mangan, but that is unfortunately what we had to do in that position. Couldn't avoid it. At least didn't Nifatsu it, but it was Mangan anyway, so... GG. We started the hand 4th, we ended the hand 4th, so... that is how it is. Okay. I'm up for at least one more. So let's see who is currently ready. And then shuffle up as required. So we have 6, including myself, at the moment. Nope, we're down to 5 again. If we're only 5, I'm doing a roll-off to determine who we cut. Oh, we're back at the 6 Starfall this here. We have 8 showing online, but that is not an indicator of anything. So Lily takes us up to 7. And nobody knew, so... oh, we do have 9 in the queue now, so we might actually have 8, in which case we'll do some randomization. At least make sure we're not playing the same games we were playing last time. Mysterious 8th/9th Flare. Reveal yourself. Okay, let me just get a D8 here. Okay, random allocation. This does include everybody, including myself. So let's go then. As long as it doesn't make an exact duplicate of a game we've already played today, we're going with it. So player 3 is Legius, leaving 6. Current player 4 is Aegon. So Legius, Aegon, Lily, and myself. So currently Legius, Aegon, Lily, Shadowhawk in the round. Okay, let's go. So we have Mono, Prosper, and Starfall waiting. We'll sign the 4th, assuming we get a 4th. And if not, well, we'll see. Meanwhile, yeah, we're just playing the exact same game I played before. Because Legius was there. I do not pay attention to things. I just don't.
Pong.
You know what, actually? Hold on. You know what? Apologies. That was not supposed to happen. So we're going to allow randomly generated chaos a second attempt at this. Really apologize for that. Yeah, that's what I meant. So I didn't want to do that. That was the one thing I didn't want to do. So yeah, I thought it was just free, but then I remembered no, actually we had Legius, not Starfall in that game. Apologies. That was my bad. We will resume. I mean, I guess you were happy with that last table. I'm not necessarily. All right, let's go then. So, D8 shows 6, which is Lily. It was RNG. I appreciate it was RNG, but, you know, it was RNG for the exact same hand. And if it happens a third time, we're going to take it. 2, Prospero. Okay. This is going to be a different game. We then have 4, which is currently Aegon. So, Lily, Prospero, Aegon, and Mono. Okay, so Mono, Prospero, Aegon, Lily, off you go. Good luck. And I promise you I'm not going to immediately end that game. What I will do for the 5 minutes it's going to take me to register a thing or wait for somebody else to appear is I am going to do another ranked Silver Room free player East game. Oh, we did. Darn it, we had a 4th player turn up. Okay. As soon as I'm done with these 3 hands, we can get a game started, Haziel. Alright. I'm assuming it's going to be 3 hands. It might. It hopefully will be.
Pay.
Good news is, East only means they should be very fast hands anyway. Nice. So, Ishanten. Yeah, another 7-pin. Wow, we're actually going to get to a second row in a Sanma game. This feels impossible. Hatsu 2 stole my winner. But that wasn't dealer, so it progresses things on. Okay, gonna hold off on that for 1 turn, I think. Okay. So all those are gone. There's no point in holding it off, but occasionally you can go to a Northway. Occasionally it's quite fun to do that. Alright. So, Ishanten.
Riichi.
Reach on the 7. So reach 2 is all I'm showing really, but we'll see. Sumo.
Tsumo.
Reach Sumo 2. Nice.
Pei.
We should have gone for Kokshi here. Oh well. Hand's miles away from anything else, so maybe maybe I should have thought about it. We're still miles away from it. It was still impossible. Well, we're just going to toy and try to win this, I think. Unfortunate. Well, east, south, 5, and 8 thus far.
Pei.
If we east, we can still potentially go into an actual sensible weight here, but at all times, Chitoitsu and Toi Toi. Or just dodged out. I mean, so long as we do, we should gain some points, and we might even actually get out of this current rank we're in. We would draw that one. Alright, let's see. Also safe. Seven was safe a couple of turns ago. 3 more draws. 9 is not safe. 9 deals in. Nope. Surprised. This is some game that has gone to the 3rd row.
Riichi.
Hatsu safe. Safe in one direction, 7-pin deals in. Okay, well, I should get a positive. I don't think I'm necessarily going to rank up from that, but I shouldn't lose ranking points, so... For as much as I care about Sanmo anyway. And of course it's east, so we only get half the points here. Yeah, plus 5! Is 5 enough? No! We're 8 short. Alright, let's get back into this and see if we can actually get a game started. So, come on, enter. Right, prepare. So this is Starfall, Legius, Haziel, and myself. Good luck to all of you. Begin. Okay then. This is a pretty strong starting hand here. Just don't want a north reset. Oh, I don't want a north reset. Please no north reset. Okay. That's fine. Alright, Legius with the Dragon Call. So we need to draw something connected to the 4-man at this point, or something that extends our Sozu line. That's not the worst either, actually, because it isn't. Means 6-pin, 8-pin also is useful here. Although all the 8-pins have gone. But it's still a line.
Pong.
Yeah, I'm actually going to call this. It's effectively a call for Tenpai, but... Okay. But now we've got other things to worry about. Okay, plenty of random calls here. So we do have Carnage available if we want it, but... we have to draw a 2-5 before I risk it. That looks fun. I don't know why I'm committing to this hand at this point. I've got to be honest.
Can.
Well, we have gone into Dora 2 with this, so that's something.
No.
No, our hand actually looks semi-legitimate. Before that, it was nothing. Okay. Yeah. Let's not overplay like that if we can avoid it. So 2 Dora and a Yakuhai pair. Double Yakuhai. Okay, this seems much more reasonable. Shame we didn't have that before the 7, because I'd have definitely gone for it in that position. So we need more 4s and 7s from Starfall if we can manage it. Or just some more pairs, in truth. That could work as well.
Chi.
Yeah, with double Yakuhai, we're much more guaranteed to have at least one of them turn up at some stage, and at the very least be waiting on it.
Pong.
So we can be a bit more flexible with trying to force a type of hand. And if we get the white here, we're in Tenpai for a 4-7 Manzu. Yeah, maybe I should have got one rather than that. That was stupid. I'm thinking greedy here, and that was too greedy. Yeah, even if you think that's... You shouldn't be playing a 5 against this. Well, we're 10 by 4. We know passes, at least there. But white or 5. Both sides of the CG trap are up. But still don't see somebody playing a 5 in this position. And they shouldn't really be playing White Dragon in this position either, but you know. Yeah. Not the worst. Had a Mungan, so we had to go with that either way, and we made the best decisions on the way to it. Okay. See what we can do this time. So all of us looking into town pins. Early door discard by Haziel. And generally speaking, we've had 3 or 4 useful draws out of this initial hand, and it's now looking pretty decent. When we draw an 8-pin, we have Reach, 2-sided weight. Not the highest value hands, I'm going to concede, but it's certainly not bad. Alright, Legia's calling the 9s. We're going to not call the 3 at this position. And we can hold on to the White Dragon. This may paralyze us in a bit, but let's see. Okay, Starfall's taking the risk for us, which is absolutely fine by me. Let's say we appear to be backdooring into a Cheetoy of some kind, but shame, because that's kind of what I would have wanted, and I've dealt in with that. I mean, White Dragon only, I'm not going to complain at that. Waiting to, anyway. It's careless, but it's not the end of the world for me. I had other options, my hand wasn't finished. I should have aborted a little sooner than that. Alright, 5-pin. I don't know that we're doing the thing yet, but we'll see. It's the most likely something progression with this hand, so we'll highlight it early. So 2 souths played. And there's the white. Okay, so now we're at the point of call everything. White dragon should be safe. I have hit the pair of easts now, so we at least have that going for us. We still also have Cheetoy as a potential option.
Chi.
But we'll force Honitsu rather than Cheetoy here. Oh, he's discarded a bunch of Dora.
Riichi.
Yep, shame it's Medila's turn, but what can you in fact do?
Pon.
Well, still in range going into south. This has not been the best of performances from me really here. No worries, this is probably our last game as well in truth, so thanks for joining us, and yeah, if you want to ask any questions or whatever else, feel free, the Discord is there for that. Catch you later. Ishanten. We draw free, so I'm probably inclined to wait a little bit, because we can always cut the 1 man and go try and get the 2-sided weight on that side. Of course, we draw the 4, we're just probably going to have to reach it. Yeah, so as mentioned, Yakulus, but we can, in theory, if we draw anything connected to the 3 or the 5, or just Sumo, then that's fine as well. But my thought process and plan would be... Actually, that would work as well. Okay. Nah, I mean, we could counter-attack, actually, but I'm going to give him a moment on this one. Oh, he wants to give me that points as well. This is more than acceptable. Yeah, White Dragon's a risky tile against that, but I think we can reach it.
Riichi.
Thanks for some Kandora. 3-6. Sozu. Pinfu. Wait. Nope, hands are being dismantled, I think, but we'll see.
low.
Didn't hit any card. Well, we hit one Ura, but reach pin through Ura. Which is enough to put me into range of second, and that'll do. Okay, double Dora. Not going to call the Norse. Yeah, there's options here, but it depends on if we get that red or not. Or if we're just going to end up being in a wait for it now. Oh, I'm rapidly losing my chances of going for anything else here. We're going to play the red on turn 3. Yeah. Risky, but I feel that was probably still the best play. Nice. South. Up to 4 pairs. This isn't the best of Cheetoys, but it is at least something. Cheetoy Ishanten. So 2-man, Forso. We haven't called either of these, so I don't know if it's necessarily the best for us to do this, but... Okay, we're going to go Dharma here. We'll see if we can nudge things a little bit.
Tsumo.
Alright, well, we wanted to wait a turn. We got the Sumo. Sumo Cheetoy, red 5. Yeah, I didn't think 4 was necessarily a good wait, which is why we wanted to wait on it. But yeah, we just drew it. The luck is in. And apparently we're still going Cheetoy here. West isn't our bonus, otherwise I might call for Toy Toy. Whichever way we're going, we probably don't want that 3 in our hand at the moment. Remember, we missed 1 West, but we can still make other arrangements, especially as White Dragon is a thing. Tell her to continue. Continued bullying is preferred. Yeah, so we'll bypass it, but we'll bypass it this way around.
Chi.
Wondering if Starvel is going for a chanted line. It doesn't seem like it based on the discards, but...
Chi.
Alright, we have a for a 10, 6, 9, 5. Perfect. Exactly as planned. Actually, don't turn off calls. We might actually call to get ourselves out of trouble here. Alright, 4-7.
Low.
Haki 1. Okay, 2k, and looks like I might be able to nudge my way out of trouble here. Alright, or last. Any hand will do. north. Okay, south's also passing is fine. Para West isn't the most useful thing, but safe tiles later in the game, I guess. Easiest way for us to force a hand, I guess, is Tanyo, or just get a red. Or just get to Riichi, I guess, but we don't want to be doing that if we can avoid it. Or there's always Chitoy. Okay, red's out, so it's now looking far more likely to be Tanyo as our plan. Especially if we can keep drawing useful Tanpin tiles. Well, let's keep on the Gishi route for the moment. It's obvious what we're waiting for, but you know. Manga and Sumo from Starfall is what is needed to overtake. Actually, I give 4,000. So Manga and Sumo from Haziel or Starfall is effectively where we are with things. But alright, Cat Wests. Okay. Now we've got to route back into Tanyo. And we are Ishanten. No, we're not. No, we're not. Ignore me. We're not Ishanten at all. There isn't a negative points cutoff, but if somebody gets to 70k, the game will end in sort of mercy rule style. Just, you know, allow Lily to continuously bully you. That is the rules. But if it comes to it, I'll be able to watch your game hopefully in a little bit. So it's unlikely, but the first player to break, if somebody breaks 70,000 points, the game ends. So 3 for 5 Sanchiki was a thing here. Can't do anything on the 8, so one man doesn't do a lot for the moment. So now we can consider playing safe at this stage, I think. But well, you've not given me anything, have you? So it would have to be Hanneman for... It would have to be Hanneman for this to be enough, and it's not. Okay. So Starfall trying to secure second, which is absolutely fine. Certainly fine by me. We end on 36, and we take a narrow win. Well, we got 1-4-1 for our free games today. Let's go and watch the bullying. Okay, so Aegon is of the opinion he is being bullied. He does, however, have a bit of a monster brewing in the hand at the moment, although well, he's going to give Prosperador free. Yeah, Prospero has Mangan. Yeah, so Lily and Mono both over 50k, but it's 70k to break the point ceiling. So It's still East 4. How many games have we had? Many East 1s, quite a lot of East 4s. Okay. Oh, this game could have some twists yet, but we'll see. So Mono is Tenpai with Chisoi against this, and I mean, Aiden could play that. I mean, Toi Toi Honitsu, East, yeah, free Yakuhai, Honitsu, Dora, Toi Toi. This is a Baiman hand, so Aiden has to go for this. I mean, that basically that puts him above point. That gives him points. It means he'll be positive if he pulls this off. Did I read Mono Chito a while ago? No, it's free. It's Prospero 3/6 weight. Yeah. This shows how observant I am at times. Yeah, gotta stick with that. It's a shame you didn't keep it, but again, there's no way to know that given everything. And there was an early red played, although that was actually played after the discard. Looking at things. Oh, your only chance is to break it up, and you're not going to. Ouch. I mean, I might have to look at the hand a little better. Maybe I would have played that differently given the requirements, but oh dear. I mean, this is the last game today, and this is another good starting hand. Let's actually just log back a turn here, considering it's over. Oh, okay, it's over. All right, fine. I just want to review this because I think this had the makings of something here. Yeah, you're given this, and I think you have to. No, we've had somebody win via Mercy Rule before. Yeah, I can see the plan here. I just might have been inclined to keep that red dragon as long as possible. Obviously, you get the Dora for the same reason, but I mean, you could have gone all honors as well. But I guess given that you've got 2 pairs there, there's no reason to do that. Yeah, no argument there. Yeah, so here, I might have been inclined to throw the 7-man instead, and just keep things going. I mean, the reds would never have come out of anybody's hands at that point, in truth, but they shouldn't really have come out until... If you don't play the red, then there's no reason... They're going to consider you might have a Daisangan, and then maybe have gone into, I don't know, something huge with all honors if you got extremely fortunate down the line. Obviously, different draws now. No way to know that for sure. Mono picks up a small win, and we enter South 1. So, Lily has Dora free, so I imagine that's how this game's going to end. Agen once again with a pair heavy hand with 2 dragons. Actually, Lily's hand looks amazing, gotta be honest. Sananko on turn 3. So let's cut the west because a pair of them are gone, which makes sense. There's more 9s available. Two souths played. Decides to go for Sananko Toi Toi. Which I guess in the name of forcing the game is at least something, but... Yeah, it's probably a correct decision. I'm not sure I'd have been able to do it in that position, I'm going to be honest, but I think that's probably correct. No worries, demo. We're just observing the Sananko Toy Toy. Dora free. I think because it's Dora free, it makes it easier. Doesn't go for the Khan. Dora 4, sorry, I should say. So Aegon with Double Dragon Honitsu attempt. No, I mean, it's fair. You don't need that. I understand. I probably wouldn't have been able to ignore that greed, I've got to be honest. But as I say, you're probably very correct to do so. I mean, you already have Toy Toy, Sananko, Dora 4, so that's already Baiman. Baiman, because you get Toy Toy and Sananko. So, yeah. Baiman Sumo. And that takes you above the 70,000 threshold and means that the Mercy Rule is applied. Victory to you. Right, demo has queued up. I'm probably against my better judgment happy to play a 4th game here, but that will definitely be my last. But we will see. So if people do want a game, then this will be the last one. First come, first serve at this point. So first 4 in are Demo, Starfall, Shadowhawk, and Legius. Sorry, Prospero. And we're going to go. This is probably not a good idea, but hey, my last one of the night. And if I go 1-4, 1-4, although my 4 was a lot worse than my win, so we'll see. Right, starting with a triplet of Souths and a okay hand. It's always these one additional games that tend to be my downfall. We'll see if it continues. Good draw. Ideally want an 8-pin now, but you can always potentially cut the South and go for Pinfu nonsense. Ipeko is a possibility at this stage. Not interested in calling that. Yeah, I kind of want the 8 still because it could link to Medora. And actually make this hand actually worth something. But now we pair up Piper, then we just go for it. Okay, well, there's the reach. We don't have anything directly safe, but we're probably going to have to cut a South anyway, so... Yeah, we're just going to cut our Souths, and then we'll see where we are after regrouping. Our hand's not valuable enough to really chase this, so... 6, 7, 8 Sanchku would be awesome.
Riichi.
Okay. 6, 7, 8 Sanchku. 9-pin or 2-man? Slash the good old 5-8 here. Or we can go and just hope that we get the 8 and manage to get, well, we get the 5 for the Sanchku, I suppose. We pair the 2-man here would be awesome. Nope, 4th South. Random 8-pin drop from demo. Still on. There's the sumo from Legius. We're not the dealer, so this isn't the end of the world.
リーチツムピーフドラ
And we avoided the 5-8. Which I guess we could have dealt into, but probably won't go to with the weight we particularly had. Okay. So, draw a pair of Norths. Pair of ones. Okay. So we end that in second because we didn't reach, and obviously we weren't the dealer in that initial hand, but still very much early days. We probably will have to cut a pair at some point, but hoping that we can draw a free and go up there and do it as part of our pinfu. Meanwhile, south. Alternatively, we're going to a north 1 pair weight. Actually, I think from there we can get the north south now. The impossible hand is being attempted at this point. It might be leading us into different impossible hands, actually, the way this is going.
チ
Okay, old demo pulls off the quick green sumo. Doesn't massively affect her positions too much, so yeah, still just tight for second and a little close to the dealer. And this is not a really good hand that we got here, but we'll do what we can with it. Close weight's all over the place, but I think actually we want to go. We got more possibilities in the high end to at least get something. 6, 7, 8 Sand Cube potentially. 7, 8, 9 Sand Cube potentially. So we'll cut the 1 free here. And we'll cut the 8, 6. Greetings, Larry. How are you doing? Drawing a 7 here, we do have Tenpai, of course. Well, 7 or 8, actually. So, might as well go into it. Riichi Peiko. Which I'd take early enough. Alright, I have to be aware of Starfall now, unfortunately, but... Don't know if this is best, but this is technically an upgrade, so... Given what Salvo's doing, there's no way I should be playing T-pin against this, but you know, we are. Okay. So we're not interested in any Jun-chan nonsense. It's probably Toy Toy 1 at this point, in truth, but... But we can play around it for the moment.
Riichi.
It's been considered, but Friday nights are usually the easiest time for me to do things. But again, it's not a fixed thing. It's just where it has been traditionally. Doesn't mean to say it's going to stay there, of course, but okay, another red. Starfall's going to be very limited on what he's got in terms of safety to demo at this stage, so we can hope that he's going to open the door for us at this point. Or just dealing in. Dealing in is fine. We're still kind of getting there, aren't we? But, yeah. Well, two-man was Dora, and we had them, but we're not going to do much with them this time. Yeah, still not. Ouch. Yeah. That's quite bad. Alright, 369, wait. So, Demo picks up the draws. Yeah, surprised Salford's pushing Dora that late with no 10, unless he just hit the no 10 just there. Alright, it still isn't good, but it's at least somewhat better than what we had last time. Double ton for Demo, of course. Now, see, 330 is a bit more reasonable, but obviously if you're working, then that takes that away. Yeah, time zones are a pain. We should abolish them and have half the people work at night all the time. Okay, so it's getting reasonable, but it is leading us towards the path where we're discarding this Dora. I'd really love to pair it about now. Fourth east. Oh, we got it, and we actually, yeah. No, we get one man here. That is extremely good. If we draw a 5, we're pretty set. Still a couple to go. Yeah, that 5 pin's what we need to draw, but... Well, at least with this way around, we got the value in hand, so even if it doesn't pay off, that's something. Same as this field, we got those secured. That's a good draw.
Pom.
Okay. I think that's the best way to do this. If we didn't have Tudor, I wouldn't be pushing this so hard, I think, but... Come on, free pin. No. This gets more and more risky the more we do it, but... 9 pin is a safe final discard. 5 pin at least gets us over the line as well. Come on. No. Oh, come on. We got the door when we asked for it. I prefer door out. No, actually, that wouldn't work. Come on. No. Arg. Alright, come on. Wrong 4. Massively wrong 4 if that deal's in. I think we're just going to have to call for Tempai if we get a chance now. So 4-7 pin, 3-5 pin. That doesn't do enough. Yeah. Pawn and discard the 5 so is the only option we got for Tempai at this stage. And you can't call them the last discard, so
No.
yeah. Okay. East 3, repeat 2. Or second number. We have 3 door in hand. But I would actually take a West reset if it came up. No. We need to keep Vidora, so we're going to go for things where they currently are. Hope this 2-set, the 1-2 goes. Hope we draw something connecting to these. Another one is always a good connecting tile, so that's fine. Options. For a second one, I think we got to go Chisoi. And Chisoi might be the answer anyway. So we're up to... Yeah, we're up to enough pairs that we can do it. We could also call these if we got the ability to. And again, we got 3 and 7, so we have to make that decision very early, but we have enough, I think, that we could try it.
Riichi.
Okay.
Pom.
Now, this is very much a thing.
Nan. Pom. Dora.
Alright, T6. So Legius extends his lead. Starfall remains in 4th. We have a dealer turn. Alright, come on. Let's have some jam. That isn't the worst. Double run. Okay, red's fine. We'll go green. Okay, Starfall advances, but that's okay. Couple to go. We can go for a Tanyo. Yeah, okay. Well, we assume Tampin. Didn't Nipatsu, thankfully. So that would be a sign that all the jam's gone. So how do we play a 4-pin in this position? Because I'm telling you right now, that seems bad. Still doing it, but well, we got away with that.
つむ
Didn't matter, but we got away with it.
リーチつむ
Random pair weight. Well, if Legius can have a start where she doesn't go into Tenpai on turn 4, we'd be quite happy. But beyond that, yeah, just need to get a hand together, really. South round, though, we do have the last dealer. We have chances, and we're not in the doldrums at this point, so compare it one of our Yaki High, get some progression around the hand, all is good. Oop. Disconnect from demo there, but it seemed momentary. Okay, possible Itsu. Starfall is just culling the Sozi tiles. My cat has arrived. Hello. My cat has left. Goodbye.
Riichi
Turn 5 this time. Triplet of the ones is interesting. Means technically we've got a
リーチ
yeah, it's not the best of reaches, but I think we got to go for this. That would have been horrible, but it's fine. Giving various people safe tiles is all good. 7-man. Nope. So no more draws for me, I don't think. Phew, Haite. That was kind of ridiculous. Well, we hightail into a Hanneman. Which I will hold my hands up and say apologies for, because that was not a good wait. But hey, I've killed the ridiculous momentum here. Anyway, let's see if we can do a turn 6 start from Legius at this point. Nope, she's just going to call things to get there. Alright, that's fine. Yes, definitely not. That was pure jam and nothing else. In all honesty, that was more a reach out of frustration than anything in truth. I don't know what she was actually waiting on, but... I fed up playing safe against that in truth, because that was about the third or fourth early reach in a row. Felt like. Anyway, let's see if we can just convert a Tanyo and just move ourselves into position here. So, potential Tan Pin, potential Tanyo, potential things. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, cut the 6 here. I need to stop pairing things up. But thankfully I'm pairing up things that are safe, so there is that. Can't do anything with the north.
Riichi.
It's times when I look at my hand and I think I should really have gone Cheeto Itsu much, much earlier than this. Oh well, I've genuinely got nothing, so we're just going to play the 8-pin because it was played immediately before the reach. Cheeto Itsui Shanten. On a 3 or a 7. Okay, all the 2s are gone. 4-4. We can bail out of this if we need to, but there's a chance we could actually pull off this hand, so we're not quite giving this one up yet, but however that does it. Yeah, we can't risk the 2-so in this position, unfortunately. We know where all the 4s are. He's played a 1, but there's not enough Sozu out there to guarantee things. That's rather mean of you. Fourth east. Well, as it turns out, it would have been fine. But not enough information to confirm that at that stage. So we've got 2 safe for our first discard, and then we'll have to see. Legend stealing into Starfall here would be okay for me. Yeah, I figured. Didn't want to give Demo the points necessarily because Demo's really good, and also we're now tied, and he takes the lead on priority. But let's see what we can do from here. 9-pin. We'll keep the south for a turn or 2. See if we can progress. This is another fast starting hand, actually. Reasonably happy with this. Starfall, long pause. Are we going to have a repeat? Nope. Triplet of the ones. So if we could put together a quick Tanya to just knock them off the dealership, that'd be ideal. So we need to draw that free man. Wrong free, but not necessarily the worst thing we can draw here. Let's risk South. Okay, Legius with the call. Okay. Let's do that, because ultimately if we draw the 2, we still have the thing here, but if we draw the 3, it doesn't matter too much. Now, though, it might matter a little bit. We got a 3/4/5 Sanch cube. 4/5/6. 3/4/5? 4/5/6. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong bit. So 4/5/6 Sanch cube is a possibility. Slightly less of a possibility now that Legis has played a 5 out of nowhere, but, you know.
G.
Okay, so Sozi Honitsu looks like it's getting there. Could of course also be a chanter thing, so and now we have fully committed to this Sanch Q, but we'll see. Ah, of course. Of course. So we can go for a 2/5 Yakulus Reach. Well, reaching nothing. I think reaching nothing to be dealer is fine with 6 outs. If nothing else, it's asking the questions of demo, so. Although against 2 calls, they might be out already. I don't know. Wouldn't like to be out if they could avoid it, but obviously now they've got more concerns about what could deal into people. I have those concerns as well, because I don't want to give points to Legius in this position. But we sumoed and got a Dora out of it, so Reach, Sumo, and Dora. So 5-2, we take the lead. 8,000-ish up into South 4. So 4 hard hand, basically, demo needs. Let's start with a 5-man. Okay. Guess we're doing Sanshikyu things. 7-man then, I guess. If we draw a 1-pin, we're probably going to have to cut our 6s rather than our wests, which is what you would normally do. Oh, draw a dragon passes. We didn't decide to keep the 1, but again, it's isolated tile. Everything else is connected. This is all. I think this hand is entirely on whether demo can pull off a Mangan here, or a big enough hand. Oh god damn it! The peacocks are taunting me. We can't draw a 7 to save our lives. Wrong 7 coming up. No, it's just another 1. Darn it. I tried to preempt the game and it didn't work. I mean, I don't mind helping Starfall out of here. Starfall winnings is probably the best for me as long as I don't deal into it. But I do have to be careful about Demo just having a random free hand hand. Because free hand dealing is enough. And I would like the win here, so... We've discarded almost a proper chance here. West we know is going to be fine. I'm really surprised I haven't given anybody anything with that, but hey. How about Panic Ledges? So Ledges would need Manga and Sumo exactly. And I think she'd be ahead on priority because I'm last dealer, so... Oh, that's the first 7.
Chi.
We don't need to be in Tenpai, but we also need to be safe. Third Hatsu should be safe. Oh, final Hatsu should be safe. 1 pin from Demo would be amazing. Ooh. Tanya 2. Not enough points, whichever way around you swing it, but enough to take second, so GG. Well, despite my fears, we actually ended up with a 3rd win today. So, 3 wins and a loss, which should probably rebalance my score to be somewhere roughly about where I started about 3 weeks ago. But anyway, I will update the scores over the weekend. That will actually happen. I'm going to have a sticky note written down to actually do that. Thanks for the games. I will see you all next week, and we can discuss the time zone thing in the Discord chat. Again, it's just about who's going to turn up, and I can arrange my schedules around a lot of things, so that's not a problem. But obviously, I'm less inclined to do things weekends most of the time. Again, it depends on time zones and how it works out, so it might even just be a case of just posting the Discord what your ideal time zones are for Gamage on either the Friday night as usual or with the Saturdays. But anyway, oyasumi indeed. Catch you all later.